assembly in an focus so Sikodira pizza man, chicken man, quick credit or be change dini from quick credit to bills in Kofos and SMP. Ghana the Unya Sika, Obia because of Sika me I was not there some. But yeah, what really happened? For some time now, on the ex-wife, friend Nii Armah Quaye, on it Richard Nii Armah Quaye, no, they've been actually battling it out in courts. Now, they are a divorce. Now, Sebi Obi, a friend in Yame, na me know in Jina Hobby. But one of the things we are learning here is that this particular Nii Armah Quaye, no, her narrative is simple. This man had nothing, okay? In woman's own words, he was nothing, he had nothing. She was there. She quit her school to take care of this man. She sacrificed her money to take this man or help this man to the United Kingdom for him to even get, a friend is saying, a job there, do his masters and come back. Please put Richard Nii Armah Quaye's picture on the screens. Producer, do your job well. Put Richard Nii Armah Quaye's picture on the screens. So, this is what a year Joanna Quaye eka. Inti HR, Richard Nii Armah Quaye, a back room has say no. Said you quick credit or start here. Or a quick credit score start here or no Joanna. No can or your secretary. Bibia HK board of directors because you will be a registered company there. You realize say usually company you need a secretary. It's that board you need secretary and also board of directors, and you can also use the secretary as the board of one of the board of directors. She brought out all of these analogy. I also say that is exactly what is really going on now. According to her, say Richard Nii Armah Quaye and Odi the richest man alive. She also deserves, in part, most of the things. I'm even shocked, say producer up to now. Obey Juma Richard Nii Armah Quaye's picture and to this is crazy. Anyways, young court court case and so now we are learning say Richard Nii Armah Quaye basically they have started we back to court now we back she's seeking a lot of things. Now we're putting the first thing on the screens. Producer, do your job, put it on the screens. Where notice of motion. Okay, now there was now or say between Miss Joanna Quaye and Richard Nii Armah Quaye. So now the case, then I go back to court. Now we just want to get a few details of it. This is long, okay? The slice is like 8, okay? But then we'll just hit on some few exhibits, okay? Just any punchy because we don't have time. Intuition the whole screen or say Joanna Quaye dan Suman Accra make oath and say as follows. Inti Joanna Quaye canensem. Number 1, that I am deponent here to the petitioner, which is the petitioner in this case, the applicant herein and deposed to this affidavit in respect of matters within my knowledge, information, and belief. Inti and I said you plaintiff not share say ni semini. Or say as far back as 2002. I entered into an amorous relationship with a respondent. That is respondent in this case, Richard Nii Armah Quaye. When we both completed senior secondary school, so that time then SHS, we will be a near fear. You call SSS. Kodo maba genzi no call SHS. So I say it's SSS time. NHS I love you, be nice, I'll die for you. Oh baby, and I'm date TSR. 3. That the respondent and I contracted a civil marriage under the ordinance in accordance with Ghana's Marriage Act 1884 to 1985, Cap 127 on 4th December 2010. Into what said time I be university that time and on Richard Nii Armah Quaye. Mind you, they've been dating far back as 2002. So they dated for almost 8 years and they married on 4th of December 2010. Now you ready? What the hell is she putting on the screens? Now you ready? Near Twaswa or say 4 that as a result of gross abuse and unreasonable behavior. Please put the first one on the screens, madam. You ready 4 now? Say that as a result of gross abuse and unreasonable behavior by the respondent, including unbridled cheating with many women and severe physical violence inflicted on me at various times, I initiated proceedings for dissolution of the marriage. So now this is not it. Now, or try say the entire Richard Nii Armah Quaye omawari no eba ni wie no was because Richard Nii Armah Quaye time almost sha sia not just a niema koye ni ade ni nyina no at the point in time no ni refi nechi enu nti ne de osore na ponche no oba ne kan one and all the blows ehia no enyem na make in the court suit osanso to aso say aside from that to Richard Echiti now to aso be ma or just based on this no and I ogu aware no now or try said that the incidents of violence of the respondent towards me are recorded in various complaints lodged to the Ghana police, none of which has seen the light of day, owing to what I suspect to be undue interference by certain personalities as agents for respondents. Intibimuka so what's now sir and then Haji Afera Baba Jefu China because no see Debbie. This man was beating me. This man was doing things. But then at the end of the day, no, me call police and see who. And no believe he said there are powers within the state and then kofobi or wha said you powers there be almost stop it a year the case from actually moving forward. Now, as I told you, no, we can't read all because a nyema bebre. But then Yensha 6 now all can wahasi. I said that on 20th January 2026, this honorable court delivered what the learned judge claimed was conclusion of his judgment. Contained in it were final orders in which the learned judge granted me 1/3 of a house at Dansoman, Accra, 300,000 cedis as financial settlement, and 5,000 to be paid monthly by the respondent for the upkeep of 3 children of the marriage custody of whom the court had given to me. Attached here with our mark exhibit JQ1. So Apache say, I send me the NL court too, okay? But ye you know. Court edibe two just say woman no rich Nii Armah Quaye no ye tie ni nsem oni papa ne bre in a way into oni papa ne bre in a way no what ono no obenya no a dime baako and I say if fear what dance mo obenya bi aside from that to obenya 300,000 as financial settlement. 300,000, yes, 300,000. Say you me car na me use to cry no, and then the boy I pay. Aside from that, to every month be from me and son, you man 5,000 Ghana cedis. Now say you about from Montessori school crying every man. And I said these were the final words of the judge. But then issue what honey say on TSA, and basically what will happen is that at the end of the day, no, they will have to go for appeal. Okay, same bebre, but the Yansha 9th part, no, I said that on Wednesday, 22nd April 2026, the law firm representing me was informed about the judgment of the court and was now ready more than 3 months to the date of the delivery of the final orders in the matter and 3 days after my right to appeal expired. In Topaya said all this while, no, not judgment nearby and yam 3 days each year and the law firm ne catch no. But yeah, now dream say okwa appeal and say time also the appeal and etwem. Now okay say bebre. But then ye be di kan ye be sound so akọ inside because now no Nii Armah Quaye e de nsem aba betudwa I just say all kan insem bebre. Nti no sisi ane de ni tintini tietia ane say opeso ye den opeso appeal the court case. Nti ye be call somewhere starting fee a year number 15. It's number 15, no? And I'm going to try exactly what really happened. What led to this? Ultimately, no. Joanna Airpart just said quick credit and our bills credit in see her, no. She also deserves in parts. Now, yeah, 15 also that while still dating, TNA, respondent and I opened a joint account with SGSSB Limited and subsequently jointly invested the funds in that account in an investment transaction operated by Data Bank Limited. This investment matured and was redeemed by us with a maturity value of 10,000 Ghana cedis, 151 in 2008. So I say, Richard on about Brapa. In fact, at a point in time, both of them even opened a joint account way back in 2008. Mind you, they met in 2002. They got married in 2010. And in 2008, they even opened a joint account. Now, Obabe Chair say, out of that particular joint account came a business. 16. that a respondent who had then finished his course at the UPSA took the said amount with the understanding that he will utilize it to fund his travel to the UK in 2008 to pursue or further his education in accounting. Attached here with and marked as Exhibit JQ5 is a copy of a statement of the said investment account with Data Bank Limited tendered at the trial. So now Joanna Quaye catcher says she's got receipts, baby. She's got receipts. She's got receipts. Only papa ni be a joint account. Scanning mature yana papa no and also munyina omuche 50-50 papa so Joanna you know Ghana brabo there satana kufuo na woso nyema nko yie ni ade intinu kufuo yi de o de mami ntu kwan na Joanna so odonti no aha sabe pepe na papa yi is 10,000 that time 100 million and odi ye UK visa ni ade and okoye and also odi nyina ka ho exhibit in many nyina ye kwa 17 also that relying on earnest and compassionate representations by the respondent that he wanted to come and marry me on the completion of his program in the UK, I continue to support the respondent with income generated from my various jobs I did in Ghana, including employment with Unibank Limited Kaneshi branch. Ebra Richard promised Joanna said Joanna odobi yewu is be you now go marry. So you know what? Me, I never will forget you. Make I go the UK come. Make sure when you nyam. And Obano say be Jimmy kakra. Say oh baby. Inti ebro nya ejuma e wo data bank no. Ye tuano no. Sorry, Unibank. Okay, I say Unibank. Now it's consolidated to CBG. Skebi obenye bia no na or transfer emma ye nua bema wo UK a or ye ne masters so or ye ne juma. All of these things were basically going on. All of these things were what? Were basically going on. It's or support ya till that's in 2018. That's in 2009. The respondent returned from UK unemployed. Obaka so be di watema. Also ko UK chechi. Oko UK chi na obansa pan. Hey, abrabo. That's in 2009. The respondent returned from UK unemployed. So Obano kuta back pe, Ghana must go. And we started exploring means of setting up a business for him. I closed my personal bank account by withdrawing all my savings and used name Quick Credit. Within 6 months after the respondent had returned from the UK, it's now Joanna say Quick Credit na when they bills no on no shas here. Ebra Richard Nii Armah ofi UK buy ya ne bag baako, ne shirt baako, ne mpaboa baako. On peut so bia be home because back burger be fie nyema nkoyi nti ne otete anopani akoto fried rice and ya mama ne ye bi say Richard abana so Richard on buy ne de ne tete because wakwa abrochi aba wan fa hweamba asemu ye kote ne sen yakoka ne sen ati ase it based on this no na say opana I was see a baby ye man na sabiu obrimpon ana inimguase emfata obrimpon. Based on this no oko oyini sika ni nyina ewo Unibank no eno oko create bank account edin ya use ma bank account no Quick Credit. That's your corner said that in 2011, a year after we had gotten married, we jointly set up a company called Quick Micro Credit and Investment Money Lending Limited, now unilaterally named as Bill Microcredit by the respondent. Together with respondent and I was a shareholder at the incorporation of the company in demonstration of the intention to jointly acquire and own properties in the marriage as customary in marriage demands. Sisi ano ne up and down ni nyina say maame le pa che say the papa we Richard Nii Armah Quaye wo bia no it is his 50% obeji and odiniema bebraba. Now mind you, this is the portion of Joanna what he says na me kan obi friend nyame no na me no we engineer hobby, but that is exactly what she's saying, and she's saying say she is going to appeal. Now you better the last part no you better from a year 36 to 39, or say that the respondent has demonstrated an ability to unlawfully transfer assets acquired during marriage, since he, without my knowledge, transferred my shares in Quick Credit Limited. I became aware of this only when he admitted this fact under cross-examination in this honorable court. To your party say, a quick credit, ewo ho nyina sebio, onene ya aware buyer a dissolve you. No, they're not doing so. All of these things are cost. Basically, bia na me Joanna, that's what me shares. But okay, say Joanna, only shares your company. Say, hey, na fine. Or say what floating in or toning in or say courts. Yeah, cross-examination of Nii Armah Quaye, and to just say yampa. 37. That if the respondent is not restrained in manner prayed for in motion paper and court of appeal eventually upholds the merits of my appeal, irreparable damage and travesty of justice will have been occasioned me as there will be no access to be shared equitably between us. Into a party say courts any penny for and bim honorable judges and bima or qua appeal now far onyahe. 38. That I'm advised by counsel and verily believe same to be true that in the event of a success of my appeal, same will constitute an empty legal shell as the respondent will have severely punished me with his actions and almost the whole of my adult life will have gone down the drain, considering that I started dedicating my life to the respondent right after secondary school. Jopa say still now okone we nya hwe kra na because massa we thrown in life from SHS to 2002. Oba so the sebio prime age is from 22 to 35. After 35 no oye maame na say new ones the eba that be so is an we asset what I say into see now we living a life with bema back on now 3 one mfa me dey mimpi one mfa 3 born 3 it's not bad, but then Obeka says it's not something for me. Most people don't like it. She's a nice woman, but it's not something for a lot of people. So basically she's saying that she's thrown her life for someone. Fine. She's around 20 something, fine. 36 or whatever. Obeka said, nah, we're wasting life. So she's saying that she's wasted all her life after SHS for this man to get what? Nothing and 5,000 cedis a month for 3 children. Bombastic. 39. That I'm finally advised by my counsel and verily believe same to be true that the substantial the substantial miscarriage of justice and the hardships that would be occasioned me by disposal or sale of the assets in the event of denial in the intent application is sufficient to warrant the grant of injunction pending the determination of the merits of my appeal in terms prayed for in motion paper. And away time on the appeal by 13th day of May 2026. And before me, Joseph Dixon. And Omodi Atono deponent. So many people are saying a lot of things. Chris Vincent is also saying a lot of things. What you are saying? Chris Vincent in some day, a same be maybe the amen coho. But a same way and aka. But then Osha has said, the assets targeted by the injunction application are staggering. DC and Richard Nii Armah Quaye no, she's going after everything. You see, businesses are or here no air says she needs half of those things and that's our shareholding rights. One of them quick credit, one of them quick angels, one of them waterfall engineering, one of them Tygon Entertainment, one of them Ridge Medical Center. Akwe Wuska, Ridge Anidia, God damn it. CEQA Foods and Beverages, Alcila Farms, Coley Link Ghana, Genam GH Company Limited, also listed are 4 properties, including a 5-bedroom house at Trasacco Estates home in East Legon, Dansuman and Mampobri, as well as fleet of luxury vehicles comprising of a Rolls-Royce Phantom, Bentley Coupe, Mercedes-Benz J-Wagon, Range Rover Vogue, Range Rover Villa, and Lexus 4x4. Interesting. Now, Osaso KBB Wahase said, in further bombshell, Madam Quaye alleges Richard Nii Armah Quaye currently resides as Trasacco property with another woman, describing her as one of the several girlfriends maintained during the marriage. She also accuses Richard Nii Armah Quaye of subjecting her to severe beatings. So that is exactly what is really going on. It's here for the words are a lot, but at the end of the day, I believe it is what it is, and at the end of the day, they will meet in court. So that is exactly what is really going on. Now, if you feel in some way, so near go straight to the camp of a year Vim lady.